Hi, my name is Brianna Scott, and today will be presenting how wars in modern history are similar to those in Greek mythology. Introduction. For this presentation, I will be explaining the connections and the similarities of Greek mythology and modern world history. When this question was proposed to us, there was a lot of similarities that came to mind, but the one that stood out to me was the number of deadly wars over land power and honor, and these conflicts were the causes of major rises in power and also a great decline in power for those who lost. These wars also brought people together and created bonds and friendships that will go on to this day. In this presentation, I will discuss the major wars in modern history and their connections with wars from Greek mythology. Let us begin to discuss my question and the connections that I have found. During history, many people have tried to take over the world, and throughout mythology, there were many battles that were similar to those in modern world history. They engaged in wars for land, power, honor, and my question is, how can these wars from world history and mythology teach us about mankind, and are these reasons that they gave us for these wars valid? Let's break down my question further to understand exactly what I'm asking. How can these wars from world history and Greek mythology teach us about mankind? Well, over the years, there have been various leaders of different countries who have thought that they were above others and wanted to be known as the most powerful leader in the world. This hunger for power and blinding pride has left these people with nothing. Everyone in this world wants to be known for something that they will excuse me. So everyone in the world wants to be known for something. They want their name to be heard, but is it worth the fall of their country? The next part of my question is, are these reasons that they gave us for this wars valid? Is all of this power and honor worth the risk of losing millions of innocent lives? What I'm asking is, what would be valid reasons for these wars of power, land, and honor must have for them to be valid reasons to fight? For my closed reading, I chose to compare the two wars and give examples of why I think that they're similar in connections. The two wars that I will be comparing and connecting are World War II and the Titanomachy War. In both of these wars, there were conflicts for power, and they both started with a powerhouse leader and ended up with smaller forces joining together to defeat a powerful leader. The Titanomachy War was between the Titans and the gods. The Titans had previously been one of the ones in charge of Earth, and they were very unfair leaders. The gods wanted to completely terminate them from their rule, and to do this, the gods had to come together and work as a team and destroy them to create a more peaceful world. The other war that I'm choosing to connect is World War II. And World War II started when Hitler, the leader of Germany, was performing a national genocide of the Jews, and this caught the world's attention. He was growing more and more powerful and eventually created a plan to take over the world. When other countries heard about this plan, they decided to take immediate actions. They came together and put a stop to Hitler's plan and reestablished peace in the world. The connections that I found and the argument that I am posing is that both of these wars were founded under one simple concept, and that was power. These wars have caused many deaths and sacrifices for their causes, but was all of this death and suffering worth it? And the other side is, although these wars have caused many problems, mankind over the centuries have shown that power and honor are worth fighting for. These wars have caused bonds and friendships that have lasted for years. And in mankind's way of building bonds and having power, honor, and friendships, are they strengthened by conflicts? In conclusion, both Greek mythology and modern history have wars for many different reasons. Some may be valid and some may not be. All of this depends on what your definition of humanity is, and this can be different for everybody. One thing that stands firm is that there will always be wars for power, land, and honor. But what we learn from these wars is what mankind thrives off of, which is love and friendship. Can love and friendship outweigh the heartbreak and suffering from these wars? Can a man's pride really be held back? And are reasonings, goodness gracious, can a man's pride really be held back? And are his reasonings for fighting valid? And that is oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. That is the sources that I use to find the other war.